am Zoe Braiterman. I'm here to talk to you about failure and, questioning your current definition and how it might be useful. So one thing to keep in mind is that, technology really on any side and with any technologies, it changes so rapidly that getting hung up on one mistake is particularly unuseful, unhelpful, and counterproductive. You very well might wind up in another space based on your interests or, job availability later, but you really just have to enjoy the ride and and learn from it. And because of that, I always say that, mentoring and being mentored at the same time is very important. To be able to learn and teach and contribute and recognize your styles and your strengths and your weaknesses, outside of your current job, outside of your current source of income, and maybe learn that you have skills that you don't. Also maybe learn that you don't have skills that you thought you did, and that is the true value of diversity. And contributing to open source projects is a great way to learn and to kind of fail safely without liability issues, especially when you're creating something new. I really can't emphasize that enough. I'm anyone who has heard another talk from me probably thinks I'm a broken record about community and open source projects, but it's so true. There's no substitute because the technology itself, again, is going to change. The success or failure metrics will always change. And it really is about a mindset you have to take with you. It really is about that. But ultimately, as long as you can try not to pay for it in too many dollars or whatever currency or liability issues, then it really should serve as a learning experience. Getting in front of an audience well before you're ready is definitely something that I have done and continue to do. Speaking at conferences, if you think about it, it's really no cost. And if you don't think of yourself as a naturally great public speaker, then maybe it's actually better to just try to practice that skill, again, in a safe space. And to recognize, again, how you can progress as a speaker, what styles and presentation types work better for you. That's one specific example. And some people who are naturally great speakers, all around or almost all around, don't think about that. But that's the same for, maybe some other technical skills that other people don't necessarily have naturally, that they want to practice and figure out which types of technical skills they are better at. I'm personally always asynchronous between slides and audio, so I'm experimenting with that. And thank you again to Jen and leadership for allowing me to practice. And if you ever feel the need to hide with something that's giving you anxiety or a little bit more difficult or stressful for you, you're definitely not alone. Just other people hide it better. But maybe you don't want to admit it, in front of everyone, but at least admit it to a mentor and check in with yourself and check in with that mentor and have that mentor provide you with feedback. Again, nobody's great at anything at the beginning. You have to really build it over time. And just in business and work and in life, there are always going to be setbacks, and again, you just have to learn from it. You have to recognize what's going on, be aware of the details of what could be improved upon and try your best to improve upon that. And just, really varies what that will be. But again, the specific technologies and the specific scenarios will be rapidly changing. Technology is not a slowly moving pace. If you read the news, whether it be about a hack or a new innovation or a nutty entrepreneur behind it, it all changes, faster than really any of us can handle, and which makes for which means that it's a waste of time and a shame to get hung up on every single setback and to miss out on opportunities for collaboration, learning, and mentorship. And I really just can't emphasize that enough. It's a very brief message, but I do hope that it's a very powerful one, or at least it's very meaningful to me. So I really hope that, you encourage yourself to push yourself just far enough out of your comfort zone in certain areas and learn from it, whatever that might be, whatever area that might be. You can always build the skill. You can find the resources if you're creative, or ask where to find them from a mentor. If you reach out to certain organizations such as Women Who Code, such as the Techno Day community, then or other open source initiatives such as OWASP, Open Web Application Security Project, you learn from the best, you learn from experts, and then by engaging that way, you learn without those associated costs I mentioned. You could get a speaking opportunity. Push yourself out of the comfort zone that way if you want. Put in your voice, as far as decision rights. You might not think that you're the leader type, but then you just recognize that based on things that other people learn from you, you're definitely undervaluing yourself, and you definitely have more to contribute than you think. And I just want to stress that enough. And I know it takes a toll on us differently, and potentially in a more extreme manner as women. I don't know where to find these statistics, but I definitely feel it, and I'm pretty sure they're out there based on what everyone says, that we're more likely to shy away from a position if we don't have every single skill, even applying. And that's ridiculous, and that's self-destructive, and worst case you don't hear back. But that's with any communication. That's with that's with an instant message to a new friend. That's with anything. At the end of the day, the sun will also will still rise, and just putting things in perspective. Nobody's perfect. Everything's changing. Just relax and enjoy the ride, and learn. Don't prevent yourself from learning, or I guess don't get too relaxed in that regard. But really try, and appreciate yourself. Know yourself and appreciate yourself. Thank you so much.